blue dye is indestructible. So one day I'm upstairs in the bathroom, and my son disturbing things. He's little. The young one was so crazy. The older one was so calm. I have no stories about it. But the young one nuts. And so I'm looking in the toilet, and there is some blue stuff in there. And I'm thinking, that's Play-Doh. That there's no way. That's what I think it is. My wife looks and she says, no, that's what you think it is. I'm trying not to swear again. She reaches and grabs it and says, see, moms do these things, dads do these things. You'll get used to it. And I said, oh, that is so cool. So I got to do the experiment. So I make myself a huge thing of blue Jello. And I eat the whole thing. I get diarrhea. Now wrap your brain around that one. It was ugly. Now, the one I'll really tell you about, this is so cool. My son had a chunk of bone chipped off his femur. It was benign, but it was a big chunk, real carpentry. He's got this tube coming out of his leg. There's chemistry in here, by the way. He's got this tube coming out of his leg, which is a drain that's hooked to an accordion. What's the idea behind the accordion? So it's pulling a gentle vacuum. So you think about how would pulling a gentle vacuum help a wound? Now, if you're hearing this sound, it's like the dentist. That makes sense, right? But then it'll run out of vacuum, right? So it's just tugging on it. So what it's saying is by putting the wound under a very small negative pressure, that somehow does some good. And my physical chemistry says, you're out of your gourd. And it turns out that there's no, unless pus has a vapor pressure and is evaporating, that accordion's not doing any good. The reason I mention this is because I'm sure someone is making millions of dollars selling accordions because they didn't take pecan. So in any event, he's got his little accordion hooked on his leg and this Tygon tubing, and the tubing coming out in a loop. And he starts screaming because the cap comes off and the accordion expands. And I said, not a problem, Tom. I'll just compress the accordion. I'm not 100% sure enough to not redo the accordion thing. And then I'll put the plug back in, right? That's what you finish. Now, you do not want to take 5 days of pus and shove it back into the kid's leg, right? The next move is amputation if you do that. So I'm playing with it. There's this little diaphragm, and the way a chemist detects airflow, low levels of airflow, is on your tongue. Very sensitive because evaporation cools it. So if you got a low nitrogen flow coming out of a hose, put it to your tongue top. I'm getting no airflow at all, not even by the tongue meter. And then it lets go. Boosh! And the first thing I say to him is I say, I bet you not many people have done that. And then I'm getting my hand operated on. Oh, fuck. Stay out of the moguls when you're old. I'm getting my hand operated on. And I'm telling the